to Heart Conversations. Yes, my name is Yolanda Mahayeng. We are continuing on our second video. Yes, our second video. We just want to thank you guys for liking our first video and commenting on our video. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. I appreciate so much, and all the comments, and I have learned so much from the comments that we had. And today we are continuing on identity as well, and I have a friend of mine, not a friend, a sister of mine. This sister of mine, I met her when 2008. 2008, yes, 2008. Yeah, please introduce yourself.
Who am I to you?
Yo, she is my sister. She is my guardian. She is my friend, a neighbor, my teacher, my mother.
You?
My angel, yes, my angel. The list is endless.
Okay.
The list is so endless.
Well, for everyone, my name is Liziwe. Other people know me as Kayagazi. I inherited Sechano's surname, but previously I was Mavuso / Siele.
You're blessed
yeah,
woman.
I'm a mother
Blessed
of
woman.
3, and I'm a married woman.
Mm.
But that is not my identity. That's what I've actually learned. That when a person asks me, so tell us about yourself. Who are you? And I normally hear people, they'll say, okay, they'll say their names, and I'm a mother of 3, I'm married, and but yeah, I've learned that actually that is not my identity. You know, my identity is who I am. And I'm in the process of still trying to find that. Dobana, who am I? And
It's a big thing.
I've tried to identify with a lot of things. Okay, who am I? But the answer just kept on going back to my creator.
Yes.
Yes, because I identify with him more than I can identify with a whole lot of other things. But yeah, I don't know if I've said who I am.
I think you
Oh,
just
I see
introduced yourself.
Yes,
Let's
that's
put
just
it that
me.
way. Yes, and please share with us, your journey. Uliziwe, how Uliziwe grew up and how Uliziwe has changed, if I can put it that way. Transforming from a little girl to a young woman, and being a mother of 3 girls, beautiful girls, a wife, Yeah.
Sure, where do I start? As a little girl, yeah, I was everything. Sky was not even a limit. I think I just actually posted that on my Facebook yesterday, that I posted a picture of myself when I was a little girl. And when I looked back, I just realized that girl, the sky was not even a limit for her. It really wasn't. I would try everything, literally everything. If there was dancing, I'm part of that. If there's majorettes, I'm part of that. If there was umkhenso, I would be part of that, which is dancing. But then there was like umkhenso, as in our traditional dance, and hip hop and Babo Sarafina, I would do that. Beauty pageants, I'm there. And I even remember there's a time in Butterworth, you cannot enter in Butterworth anymore because you're just winning the whole time.
Okay.
So I'll be there. And karate, I want to do that.
Okay, there's a boy in you.
Too much. Athletics, so I would just say I was very competitive. I wanted to try everything. I think I was really moved by challenges. Anyway, so yeah, as a little girl, I was just that person, even academic-wise. If of mine are more maths than I do, then I would go and study hard to make sure you know what, I ditched that one because I always wanted to become number one. That was me as a little girl, very competitive, but very loving, and
I'm sure you were so friendly.
I was friendly and apparently a bit bossy at the same time.
Okay.
My friends say this because they would remind me, especially in primary school, grade 1, grade 2, my friends back then, they would say, Guti, I would always be like the group leader. With with all the instructions on how you can be part of the group. And if unemifinya, you cannot be part of the group. If uneslonda, you cannot be part of the group. If our party to run, you cannot be part of the group. So yeah, that girl, I cannot identify with her now, but apparently that's who I was. And yeah. And I grew up in a very loving environment. My mom was very loving. Coming from a family of 8 from my mother's side, and I'm the second last born. But to my mom, my mom was everything growing up, and I was everything to her. I always felt that. And I met God at a very young age, because I would remember. If it's Sunday, no one would say, okay guys, we're going to church. I don't know how I actually came about into going to church. I think there was a friend that used to go to church and I would just tag along, and then I got to a point where I would just go so I'd leave them at home and
So there was something pushing you.
So I went to an Anglican church, and so I there's steps that you have to go through to be the part of the church. So I had to be baptized, then I had to take Holy Communion and be confirmed. Then I was part of the church, and I was also part of the majorettes. You guys, I was just really
active.
I was really very, very active. So yeah, that was just really beautiful. And and from my father's side, I had other siblings as well, loving siblings, which I got to learn as I was growing up. So I actually grew up as Ukayagazi, and I always knew that my dad gave me the name Liziwe. But it wasn't a name that I would use growing up. I would only use it if I go and visit them, then they'd call me Liziwe. But I've always just been Ukayagazi. And then from the age of 12, I moved to East London. Then my name changed because now I was staying with my other mom and Udada. And so I was Liziwe. Kayagazi gone. And I think somehow that really switched identity. There's actually something about a name.
Yes, I was getting there. Yeah. Because I'm thinking Kayagazi, you know. So that's why you're so active. You are everywhere. You know, you have no limits. Of which that's what God wants us to do, like not to put boundaries around us. So you are, you know. You have open doors. You can just go in. Yes, then what transition again?
So I became Liziwe, and I had to identify now with the fact that I am Liziwe, and Liziwe is in a different environment. And I'm at a farm, and I'm surrounded by people who talk English. And my English was not rolling at the time, so I'd feel shy time speaking English, with my new cousins and everyone around, because the environment was totally different. Different lifestyle, different, just different way of living, So, then I had to just learn that kind of life, like that type of life. The environment was different. It wasn't easy, but as I grew up, I tried to connect with the new me, because I felt like somehow Ukayagazi could not really relate and fit into that lifestyle. So anyway, I think that's how I actually, there was a confusion when it came to my identity.
Trying to find yourself.
Yeah, and okay, living up and and there's two families. My mother and dad they were never married. Yeah, so outlived two separate lives. Life as Nkayakazi and life as Lizzie. Yes, and I actually managed that very well. But inwardly, it wasn't really good for me because now, if I would go home to my mother's side to go and visit them, the lifestyle is different, and I'm expected to be Kayakazi. And I'm like, yo, I haven't lived like Kayakazi in a long time, you know. And people are expecting them, like, hey, Kayakazi, and I'm like, yo, guys, I don't know if I'm Kayakazi anymore, you know. And yeah, so that was a bit awkward for me growing up, you know. But my life became very confusing, Shem, because I had these two separate lives, as I've said. That okay, I'm Lizzie this side, and it got to a point where I actually didn't want to be with these two people.
Actually, I was going to ask, which one do you prefer?
No.
Do you want to be Kayakazi or do you want to be Lizzie?
I got to a point where I actually identify with both. Yeah.
There's part of you there, and there's part of you there, but...
Yes, it was hard. I don't know if it's something that really makes sense, but growing up now and seeing it in Dogobana, it must be something that's really tough, because with me, I've got so much love, and I love both my families. I love the Mavuso family, I love the Sihele family, and I didn't want to choose, you know, and there would be times where I felt like, Ingati, I need to choose. Ingati, I'm expected to choose, you know, and I could not do that because I loved both the families so much. And I would give a piece of myself, of what is expected of me, to both families.
Sure.
Yeah.
You worked hard, eh? You worked hard because you want to give both of them love, but in a different way, in a different form. So if I want to address this one now, okay, in the Lizzie way this time, okay, I'm this rolling Lizzie way that just speaks English, and then this side, guys, come in,
Wow. But I also saw how actually that changed my personality, because I used to be a very outgoing person, very outspoken. Okay, well, I'm still outspoken, but with filter. Anyway, so I saw actually how, like how my personality changed from that experience of having two identities. You know, that I kind of just withdrew. And also the experiences that I went through in life, that led me to just kind of just withdraw. You know, I became, I don't know, there was a door that just opened up within me, and I entered in that door and I just shut that door, and there was just like a big wall between me and people. So as much as I would protect the people that I loved, I also protected myself a lot more, I think way too much, in a way that I wasn't even supposed to, actually. Because now I ended up just being locked in.
Without knowing. Eh?
Without knowing.
Because you're trying to protect your heart.
Yes. I tried to protect my heart, because I think growing up as a child as well, you know, you're expectant, man, you know, that my life will go this way, or and they just don't happen like that, and then you get disappointed, you get hurt so much. Then I got to a point where I just somehow
withdrawn.
And then it was just all about people. I'll give you a paint of myself. I was very good at painting the person that you'd want to see. Yes,
so
I was very good at that, and with that I became very passionate, actually, in acting, because I saw in Domana, this is something that I'm really actually good at, you know. I can be this person if you want me to be that person, or I can be this person if you, it depends. What is it that you want, you know? Well, I became very good at that, actually. Yeah. So, and I think I also got to a point where I got tired. Because as people, you need something to identify with. But one thing that I will not forget is when I was ekhaya, a farmer, umama just used to ask us to pray all the time. Nithandazile Lizzy, nithandazile, nithandazile. So I learned prayer at a young age as well. It used to bore me at first, you know, because I felt like, it was like such a religious thing. You know, I can even do it whilst like in my sleep. I already know what I'm going to say, you know. But it was actually a seed, and I'm so grateful for that seed because
foundation.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that seed because with all that I've just been through, like my experiences growing up, even a farmer, I'd always just go in my room, lock myself there, and go and speak to God. Because now I locked myself into, I didn't trust anyone. I couldn't trust anyone because I was afraid of being hurt. So would just go and speak to God. And God and I had a lot of deals, hey, growing up. I'm like, God, I better not be going through such stuff and there's no happiness at the end, hey?
So you
so I would go through, I liked the stories of Cinderella. So growing up, I was just like, you know what, Cinderella, if Cinderella could be happy, if she had a happy ending, I know I also have a happy ending. Anyway, so I would just go and speak to him and just say, you know, God, I didn't like A, B, C, and D. I didn't like A, B, C, and D, but if God, you promise it will not happen again, then we're good. So I always just go and speak to him. I never saw God as like this God who is huge and scary. You can't talk to him. Yeah, now I could always just identify with him. I could always just be open with
your
him.
friend.
Yes, because Mama was telling Dobana, God is your friend. He's a father, and at the same time, he's your friend. So yeah, he was just my friend. He was my imaginary friend because I couldn't see him. But nandithetha naye. Yeah, nandithetha naye, and I felt at peace each time. I struggled even more with identity at that stage of my life, actually. I tried a lot of ways to help me to somehow bring identity in Banandobani, but things just didn't work out. I remember some things just so outrageous, like Kayakazi, because I lost that Kayakazi who was not afraid of anything, right? And I would at times I wish that Kayakazi would just come out and just try something out. I remember working a mall and I was approached by a team of people, and they're like, you know, we like you, you're beautiful. Would you want to enter Miss SA? And I said, okay, and they gave me forms. Everything happened so fast. I filled out a form, and I remember just receiving forms from them. I think 3 days later, I received a post and such a long form, and I was so afraid. You know, one thing that came into my mind was question and answer. You know, when they're asking me a question, and then judge one is going to go. So no.
What is your favorite dish?
You know? But do you see how that actually affected me? Small things that we don't know good where it started. You know, that I lost my self-confidence from that transition, moving from I know my story here, and then moving to an environment where other people and the way you speak. So now that happened in primary school, but now I'm in grade 10 and I'm approached for this Miss S18 thing, and one thing that just came to my mind was, who George Wam is going to break when they are asking me a question, or if they say I wouldn't know how to express myself in English because I was laughed at a class scene. So anyway, so yeah, and so I ended up chickening out for that one. Yeah, I didn't do it. I tried to identify man with maybe trying to have a boyfriend. I saw Gucci, I was very vulnerable, and I would just allow people to, or maybe not people, just someone they would get to a person that basically that I didn't know who I was. And I didn't want to know myself through that person because it meant no man, I'm just giving them so much power over me. So anyways, yeah, and then I remember I had to, we moved from, but Kufunda Sterling and going back to Lillefontein, because now Lillefontein had a high school again. The reason why we left Lillefontein because it was just a primary school, but then they extended and they had a high school. Anyway, so I went back to high school. Then, oh my gosh, I remember now it was exams and pressure. But I also just remember just working so hard with my friend in studying and making sure Gucci I'm bringing out my best, and which I thought I did. But when the results came, I am not a happy. And I'm with my friends, and everyone is nervous and excited at the same time. Get time with Pepper in the morning, and Daily Dispatch, Dolo Lodiziwe. I'm nowhere to be found.
Okay, that was about phone.
No, I was not there. And I also just remember quickly, because I was just really good at, I was really good at hiding how I feel and making sure go to other people are happy. Yeah, you should be happy.
Attention.
So yes, I would never bring attention to myself. So I'll be like, guys, we can still celebrate. We need to celebrate this, like you. And they were so worried about me. Oh, my poor friends. They were so worried about me, and I just didn't want them to feel guilty in celebrating their success, because it was truly a success, like passing the trick. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Standard 10. So it was really a success for them, and I couldn't be selfish and take that away from Gobo. So I celebrated with them, but immediately I was hurting, I was broken. My plans were just all gone, and I was just shattered, just thinking, oh, just now when I thought to go to, okay, I'm moving on with life, because my dream was to get away from East London and just go somewhere far, to just go and find myself, you know? Anyway, and that did not happen. So I had a choice. In the Gogbana, okay, am I going to grovel, or am I going to, because I had a vision, and my vision was that in the Gogbana I need to be out of East London, you know, and just go and find myself and be responsible for myself for once. Anyway, so what happened? Oh, I didn't actually mention my dad's passing in all this time. Yeah, that was a very tragic moment in my life. That my dad passed away and my grandmother passed away.
Was it the time I was in grade 12?
Actually, I was in grade 8, grade 8 or grade 9, I think. Yeah. So yes, really suffered a loss there, and yeah, I continued to stay with my mom in East London. Got 2 moms. So I had a mom in East London, I had my mom, my biological mom, in Butterworth, which my biological mom I would go and see during the holidays, and then I'd come back home again. So even that for me, you know, having 2 mothers, 2 different mothers, totally different people, and so also that had like its issues, you know. But I managed to deal with it, you know, in my own way, but in a way that I felt it was going to gain both of them, but it was not gaining me, you know.
So you always think of someone else?
I'd always just think of other people, but not myself. Anyway, so Ewege, so I was like, Lizwe, you are not dumb. Because now it's just like, I failed matric. Does this mean that I'm dumb? And growing up, knowing Ugoti, I was distinction girl. And now all of a sudden, failed matric. How did that happen? And I didn't have answers to that. It didn't make sense to me. I was so confused. So I never even went back to the school to go ask Undabana, is there a mistake? What happened? I didn't even go check my results, nothing. Then I went back to mom in East London. Mama, I'm sorry this has happened. I've disappointed you. Da 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 da. You know, I'm paying so much fees. I wanted to make sure Guti, there's a brighter future for me, but this happened, and I asked for a second chance. I asked for a second chance in Nama Losfuna School to repeat my
responsible child.
metric one, and mom paid the fees for that, which I'm so grateful for. And sure, did I study? Yo. I don't remember being that focused because I needed to prove to myself, Ogoti, listen, you are not dumb. Anyway, and yeah, and that really went well, and the results were really good. And really not like no plan. Mama wanted to for me to go and study. Yeah, so I came up with a plan. Apparently there's a university in Cape Town, and it's called Cape Peninsula University of Technology. And I didn't even know what I wanted to study at that time. But what I knew, what I liked to do at the time was massage. I would just beauty therapy. I must do her hair, I must massage her, and she really enjoyed that. So I thought, maybe that's just something that I'm good at. And then I thought of somatology. It's like, okay, I'm going to study somatology. I'm going to Cape Peninsula University of Technology, and who's going to pay my fees? Because now mom said there is no money to take me to school. So I was like, I'm going to tell her I know there's a bursary. So I told her, I remember practicing this number for 2 weeks. I remember just going, she had an office in Engine. I'd go and did kinds of knock. My heart would just pound because it's a lie. You know, I'm a child of God. So, a lie is a lie. But, you know, I tried to justify it, you know, but God, galuk. You know, sense galuk. And my heart would just pound. I'm so afraid because I'm like, this is a lie. What if maybe I'm asked questions and I wouldn't be able to answer, and then they'll figure out about, hey, girl, you're lying. Yeah, but I just knew, but I needed an escape, you know, from my life. I needed an escape from my life. So anyway, but I finally got guts. I think 2 weeks of practicing. Same thing, I'd go in front of the mirror, and I would just practice and just talk to mom, you know, and practice it. And finally I did it, and I was like, Mama, I'll talk to you about something. I told her about, and if my high school, Mama, SPUT, what are you going to do? I'll go manage it. No, don't worry, Mama. There's a bursary, Paya, and I'm going to study somatology. But you're getting ready. Then anyways, Mama, she was happy, and I was sent to Cape Town. Cape Town, reality comes.
Bursary.
Dololo bursary, dololo skolo, dololo. There's nothing. You know, and I figured out to my brother from another side in Mandalay, and I had to learn Gengoku transportation from Andiazwa Ikapa first of all. But yeah, I had to figure things out, which I did, you know, with the help of him. I was funny school, you know, the Barane SRCs that lied and repeatedly lied to me about them helping me with finding a scholar, which it just never happened. So I had to do it now myself. And I went to the HOD. Oh, by the way, somatology, so I started looking for just any course that I could just enter into. And I didn't even know what that was. But I was office management and technology, and I could not even relate to that because I'm not an office person. I'm a person that wanted to be up and about. But I was like, okay, maybe this is just like an entrance. So I went to the HOD, spoke to her. She's like, where have you been? You know, she was impressed with my marks, and it related. apparently with what I was, the subjects that I was doing in Damali, it related a lot with the office management technology subjects. So yeah, then they took me. And I also remember just being so excited. And now reality, ireza ayikho, xa ndifika ireza iline ingaka. So I remember just standing in that line and just speaking to God. Just like, your Lord, thank you, for the scholar, and I'm also trusting you with Res as well, And the guy came, and he just came to me with Elvis. I'll never forget you, Elvis. Elvis, I'm sure you did not just help me alone, but I'll be forever grateful for you. But so
Wow, thank
Elvis
you,
came,
Elvis.
wathi ndifuna Res, wathi ewe. Okay, so he took my documents. Hardly 5 minutes, Elvis came back to me and he said, that is Xhosa St. Peter's. I was like, what? Why me? The line was so long, hey? It was really long. And yeah, that's how I got Res. Now I'm at St. Peter's.
The one is really perfect.
Hey, I'm telling you, I was so excited. Hey, then I went to my brother, I got myself school and Res, and then you move in Resi. My brother left and reality came. Yeah, okay. But anyways, even through that, I just learned to be responsible. I worked as a waitress at Fire and Ice, but before it was Fire and Ice, it was Extreme Hotel. Anyway, and I think that's when Kengoku things went really hectic, even more for me. You remember, I said I wanted an escape, and I thought coming to Cape Town, I would be free, and God, it became really difficult. The experiences that I've been through now, growing up, everything just came back all at once, and it was just so hard, so hard. It was so hard. To a point at times I would not even want to wake up, and I felt like, I couldn't relate to who I was even more. Because now I'm alone, I have time to think and to really do an introspection, and I just couldn't find who I was. I was just lost within. Like, I just couldn't identify with anything or anyone besides God, I mean. And people would say, I remember kids at university would say that they are going home, and I didn't know what that meant, for me. I was like, guys, how does it feel? Because I'd get so excited. How does that feeling of going home feel like? I didn't know how that felt like, because I couldn't identify with both homes at that point, It was really hard. It was really hard. It was a really difficult year for me, the first day. Because also now we must remember there's a change. It's a new environment, new people. You're into once again. And I'm alone, and it really got hard to a point where I would even have thoughts of maybe why should I even wake up? Like suicidal thoughts would just creep in, and I couldn't even relate or identify with the word umama, and that hurt me so bad because I really loved my mom, like my biological mom, and she was still alive at that point, and I felt like I lost the connection with her throughout the years when I moved away from them, and also lost the connection with my siblings from my mother's side, but there was a positive side. I gained new siblings, which was really grateful. But then they were part of my life, Nabo Abayana. So just that distance, seeing it just growing bigger and bigger, that really hurt me. So at that point, I felt like there was just no connection with my siblings, and also just realizing, Umama, I used to be so close with her, and now there was just this huge gap. you know. And that feeling of losing the people who were so close to me, it was real. It came back. But actually, I lost something that was really valuable in my life. You know, my relationship with my mom, relationship with my sisters, especially my younger sister. I was so close with her. You know, and yeah, I could not relate. Even if I go home, I wanted that so bad. You know, we used to be like this, but I couldn't fake it. It was just not there. And I could just see them relating. They would throw jokes, and I would just, I wouldn't catch those jokes. And now I'm coming with my own jokes from where I'm coming from, and they wouldn't catch those jokes. And I also feel like not just to who's the side, just from my side as well, they also could not relate with me because they knew good now. I'm living a different life, you know, and they couldn't relate with me because they are thinking good maybe there are things that they could not provide me with, or now since I'm living the life that I was living in East London, which I would say they thought Tuguti, it was more of an upgrade from where they were. Anyway, so maybe she could not provide me with the things that I was used to on the other side. And for me, it was never about that. All I wanted was just the love. That's it.
Just to
the
be
love
with
that I
them.
knew. I didn't care about anything else. I mean, I grew up from that environment, and it made me to the person that I was, that Kaigas who was bold, who was confident, who was not afraid of anything, who would not afraid of challenges, you know? Yeah. So yeah, we too, at that point, I just could not relate to anyone, could not relate to anything. I was angry at God, asking him questions, why? And then he said, where do you think I was when this happened? When do you think I was when this experience happened? Do you think you would have survived that experience without me? And I couldn't answer that. Do you think you would have survived that if it wasn't for me? So,
Sorry, Lord.
I became really sorry, and I knelt down and I was just like, I'm so sorry. I realized that Nyani was really with me, you know, because a few times I tried suicide, and it just didn't happen, and because of him, because he had a much greater plan, which I didn't see, it didn't happen. And also I think he Andit Kaloku had what do you call, promise Nanai. At the age of 12, I said, you know what, Lord, if you promise me Ndokubana, things will be good, that I'll be happy one day, and you know, I had this deal with him, Ndobana, I promise you I can just go on with this life, you know, if you promise me that one day things will be good and I'll be happy, because that's all I wanted. I just wanted to be inwardly happy, and I felt like he said yes. So I held on that promise throughout all these years. So Dumogun, first year, DT, where is that happiness? You promised me that I'm going to be happy. Where is that happiness? You know, you this happened, you allowed this to happen, you allowed this to happen. Why? And he just said, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. The experiences that you went through, you know, if I wasn't there, I wouldn't be here. So, I think that's just the time where I was just like, okay, take me already, Lord. And I had a much closer relationship with him. And we were too. I also just remember the kind of life that I was just living at the time, you know. I just didn't care about myself. I didn't value myself. I didn't respect myself. I was angry, you know, and I was also angry at people. I was also angry at man because of some of the experiences I went through growing up, you know, with man. Okay, I'll just say it a bit. I went through sexual abuse, so I was just really angry at men, you know. Anyways, so until I met Shining Armor, and he came in a way of, I think he came just like any other guy would come as well. And I come like, yo, this guy I can't dance, yes. Yo, he Shem, Jimmy to my mama, Uza, you know, with such confidence, like I was already used to guys coming, and I knew, you know, they all just wanted the same thing, and I was just not willing, you know. I just became so tired of people just lying over and over. So Shem Ewe, I'm talking about him because I just feel like he was one of God's promises. You know, like God really used him to bring some of that happiness that me and him had a deal about. Not to say Uti, my happiness lied on him, no. But I saw Ukoti, there was a light, you know. And yeah, that also there was just a lot of drama that came with that as well. A lot of drama, you know, most when indoor is meant to be, it goes through a lot of challenges to also see how much you really wanted. I just remember just really praying for that relationship, you know. And yeah, oh, how can I forget my daughter? Come on. So Ngogundi, whilst I was in my university years, I think I was doing my second year, still my second year, I fell pregnant. Hey, I fell pregnant, and that was not part of the plan. And I remember being advised about abort. I started seeing abortion everywhere. People, I've never seen the word abortion in my life so much. Everywhere, the trees, every corner that I go to, abortion. And back at home, from my mother's side, abortion. And even the baby father at that time, I said abortion. And yeah, but you know what, it was something that I did not believe in. I've never seen anyone doing it or heard of someone doing it, but all of a sudden my classmates would tell me, no, a friend of mine did it, and this is how it's done, and whatever, you know. And I remember then I'll go in the city, okay, refer me to this doctor, and one cousin, you find this doctor now in Tile. I remember just going there, but I also remember speaking to God, that God, when you say, you're with me, must in this journey. So this happened, and it was not part of the plan, but you said you'll always be with me. So you need to back me up here. Okay, so when I go there, I'm going to tell those people that I'm going to abort. But you know my heart. You better not let it happen. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you're just gonna do it. So, anyways, yeah. Then I went, and the doctor that I went to helped someone else the previous day. I was told, Ndobana, I want abortion. You know, so I went and told him my story, why I need to abort the baby, and he just said, there's a lot of girls out there that have managed having a child, you know, with all the excuses. They're not excuses because this is your reality, but with all that you've just shared, they managed, you know, without having to abort the child. Like, you don't know me, you don't know my life, you don't know what I'm going through, and everyone is telling me that when I should do this, so who are you to tell me otherwise? And
you just prayed.
No, because I was really challenging God at that time. I was really, like, I just really wanted him to really come out. Like, you need to show your existence in this situation. I really used to challenge God. Yeah, then this doctor, all of a sudden, I think he took, I don't know if he had glasses, but I just remember his eyes. He had such beautiful eyes that I've never seen before, like a weird color. And he was not white, he was not colored. I don't know him at Sugapi, you know. And he just said, listen, I do not want to go to hell with you, because if you continue with this, that's where you're going. And that's when I knew
God.
God is here. At that time, I was like, I don't care who says what. Because I know God is with me. He's got me. That was confirmed, and that was just my anchor. That was my sure. Yeah, I believed. I truly believed, yeah, that God is with me. There's no turning point right now, and I was happy that when I'm having this child. And part of me started accepting the fact that I was pregnant, and also I was so happy thinking, I have something to identify with, you know. Anyway, it's out of wedlock, and I'm 23, so.
And you named her?
No, the name didn't come at that time. The name didn't come at that time. I think I had a dream that I need to name her Pagati at that time. But what happened? I think I live in Ghana in a very awkward place. Then I thought, I'm not naming my child Pagate. So anyways, I went back home, and I think I start up, and I was like, I'd rather lose you guys as my family. That's the decision that I've made. I'd rather lose them as my family. This is now on my mother's side. I kept it a secret from my other mother. I was so scared of disappointing she worked so hard,
many,
you know. Anyway, so yeah, but then Mama came along, my biological mom, and she apologized for putting the pressure on me, and yeah, and I felt the mother's love. It was like for the first time in forever, you know, when she accepted this baby, it's like she was accepting me, and I felt her.
The love that you've been longing
for. I just really felt her. So anyway, then I had my child, and obviously it wasn't easy. There wasn't much support financially and all of that, but even through this, there was this my shining armor. His name is Daniel, by the way. He's my husband today. I'm married with him. It's 9 years now. Yeah. So when I fell pregnant, he was unfuna. And then I was dating. Yeah, I was dating, and I was open to him. When I listened, I cannot date you because I'm already dating someone, you know. And then it happened when I fell pregnant at the time when I was thinking, you know what? Maybe let's try this out. Then I was already pregnant. Then it became a challenge, you know. But he was there for me. He was emotionally there. He had to move overseas, but he was one person who was just so much there for me, emotionally and financially. He was supporting, just checking out on me all the time, and he didn't have to do that, you know, because we were not dating, but we became best of friends. And I remember he moved on with his life. He dated someone else. And that was so hard. And I was just thinking, why is this happening to me? I deserve it. But anyways, do you see, just going back also to identity, in Dagobana, there was just a lot of things that I tried to identify with, and it were just not working. God was just always just selfish when it came to me. He only wanted me to just identify with him and not identify with anything or anyone else. But at that age, I didn't understand that. And for me, I just felt a rejection the whole time, rejection. And yeah, to cut the long story short, yeah, I identified with my little one. I knew this is someone that I'll love with no limit. I was not afraid to love her, like how I was afraid to love other people, because I knew maybe they would disappoint or there would be a rejection or something. But I could identify with her because I knew she was mine, and that God gave me this one. And I knew that she will also love me with no limit, you know. So she was truly something special. And both Daniel and I, which is my husband now, named her Ubuko Bakensikelelo. But now I've learned that I need to love myself. So I'm in the process of just loving myself so that I can love you guys and love everyone, you know.
Thank you so much.
With how God has loved me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
For loving me. Thank you for loving me.
Yeah, I love you.
Yes.
I love you.
I wrote on your status that I love the little girl and I also love the woman that you are now. Yes, because now that you are this woman, it's because of that little girl.
Nee.
Yes, it's a journey. It's a chain of things. We can't take things for granted. Whatever happened, now it's a testimony. It's a beautiful
definitely.
thing.
Definitely,
So yes,
definitely.
thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.
Thank
I
you
love
for
you so
inviting
much.
me. Thank you for inviting me.
So that's the end of our video. And we shall see you on the third video. I think we should continue about identity. Identity is very broad.
It is very
It's very broad and yes, it's very broad. So yeah, thank you so much. We love you so much. Don't forget to share this video so that we can learn from one another. And please comment down. You can comment and then you can share your heart as well and what you think about our video. And if you like it, press like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. Anyhow, we love you.
We love you.
Heart to heart conversations.
Yeah.